Right. So um, now I have there is for thumb finger, for the that is, you can call it like pointing finger for the leg, and then the middle finger for the leg, and ring finger for the leg, and finally the small finger pinky for the leg. So all these five fingers we have provisions. So from here we have to extrude it. Some people what they do is they delete these spaces and make use this portion only as fingers. But it's to delete them and connecting the edges and all difficult. Rather than that, from here we can extrude, and if they feel the leg feet is too long, after extruding the fingers, they can delete any one edge. There is the set of faces, edge face loop, and then shrink it, shrink the length of the feet. Like that also they can do. So here I feel this length is okay. So there is, as per the ratio of the thighs, leg, and the body, entire torso, the ratio of the feet is okay. So we can, from here we can extrude the fingers. So before extruding it, we have to make these faces. For example, this face, this pointing finger of the, there must be some anatomical name for this finger. I don't know about that. So let me just call it as pointing finger for the leg. So this finger, uh, we have added the subdivision, drawing the, using the right click and then subdivide we did, and then from here we extended using the knife tool the edge, the bottom also we have done this. So now we are going to make, organize these edges little more, top and bottom. Then we have to make it bit circular, huh, for all the fingers. Right. So let's do that. Before that, let's organize these edges. So today we are practicing. We were able to practice. You got the time to practice. How it was? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is. I was just asking. Well, today you had the time to practice or what about that? Okay, 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 okay. That is, and though I suggest you to be not to be so ambitious. That is, if I sit, I will try to finish the leg or whatever part. You just go with the flow, no? Just start without any plan or with a small aim that to just I want to just try out this leg or this torso or this stomach, like that. You just start it, so that no, it'll be easy actually when doing organic modeling. uh, it's actually it comes with the flow only. When we go with the flow, no, our hands automatically it does its job, rather than being very like rather than being with a plan and getting into it, and sometimes it may not come as per what you were wishing, and it may disappoint you. So to avoid that, we can just try it out. Just think that you are going to try some particular portion of the body. and then you can start it like that you can do. And you are already doing it nicely only. Only thing, you are able to handle the mesh, you are able to handle the mesh wireframe. Only thing, maybe you, if you observe even more photos, no, there is new photos and all. If you observe in the no, even flow of the mesh, you can correct it. You know how to organize it. Everyone knows, no, that if the edge flow, if it is here, if it is bit like this, if it should not be so zigzag, and here it should not have too many. There is um, the gons, they say polygon, where and all it should be, it can be four sided, there it should be four sided only, not more than this n gons and all, they say. So that you know already, it is not so difficult to understand at all. But thing is, shape is very important. Once you get the shape, no, mesh flow you will repair it. It's not a big issue, actually saying. But people are generally afraid of mesh flow because it only needs to uh, bit work will be there. It may, some people may feel it bit tedious job to organize it, all that. So some people may not even worry about it, they just use the sculpting and keep on just to do it. So so it's not a big deal actually, mesh flow. Actually say, and you please don't worry about the mesh flow also. If it is actually worrying you, please stop it. Just stop worrying about it. Just see that you are attaining the shape. Because once you have the shape in the mind, mesh flow you can actually pick up easily in two or three times. But shape is actually after observation you will attain that shape. So shape, actually attaining the shape takes time compared to attaining the proper mesh flow. So don't be so ambitious in attaining the mesh flow and all. Just focus on the shape. Then you automatically will pick up the mesh flow, bringing the mesh flow. So that's my, yeah, that's my humble advice. Yeah, please. Oh, is there any such things? No, please tell me. I will. No problem at all. So I will pause the video. Huh? I will pause the video. Yeah. I am resuming the recording. Yeah. Okay. So now we were what we were saying is like modifying the faces of the fingers where from it should sprout, and also organizing the top and bottom edge flow. So let's do that. Now we are just slowly doing that edge flow work because we slowly focus and do that. In future we won't be facing any problem. At least we can minimize the problem when we are doing the rigging and all. So for that we are taking care of it. We go to front viewport and then make it bit circular. Can use transform and transform to sphere tool also, this one. But actually it may not do as per what how we want. This tool also we can use it, but I am choosing to do it manually so that it be easy actually compared to using the tool. So here we have to add uh, a line. So let's add it. This also actually we can extend. Let's see if we can do that. It works. Mm, no, let it be here only. Only thing we have to make it a bit smaller in height. So this portion we are making it a bit small. It's like it. Right. Now let's draw using the knife edge tool an edge here from starting from here, ending here. Right. So this one also we have to increase the height. Then slide it, place it right side. Right. Actually, this guy also, this vertex also can come a bit downwards. Now let's check once again the flow here, how it is looking. Okay, let's switch to face mode and select all these faces. And actually, this guy also should come. So now we have selected the faces and we can do the extrusion. Before that, let's save the file. Save incremental. Right. Now, okay. Let's go to top view and switch on the transparency. Press E, escape, and then press G manually. Extrude the, move the faces, duplicated faces like this. Now we have to do the size ratios between the fingers. So let's, this thumb finger is okay. Deselect this one, and this one is is also okay. Little slightly we can bring it forward, deselect it. Now bring this backward, okay, and then this also backward. Right. So with each person, no, this finger height and its arrangement will is bound to differ. This what I have seen, based on that I have done. Yeah? So you can, if you want to do in a different way, also you can do it. So right. So now we have spaces between the fingers, and the fingers are a bit circular. Here also for this thumb finger also we have to make it a bit more circular. So press G and then X like this. Move it X axis, move it in X axis leftwards, and then press again G, Z, move it downwards, and this also. Sorry, bring it leftwards and then this. Okay. Here the same we have to do. So okay, so it's looking like this. Now our mind will be like imagining, not visualizing, trying to visualize what more I'm going to do on that. What are the features, nuances I'm going to add for those fingers. So if you see, you just take any one finger, it will have three bones. Huh? For hand fingers, if you see three, there is two articulation points or three articulation points will be there. One is this one, uh, from the top I will show you. So here, sorry, annotations are on actually, but still it's getting hidden. Okay, right. So here, in this place, there is, I'm talking about these. Here one, the articulation point for the bone starts. So from here to here also we have to add one edge loop. So let's add it. Then here, in this case, in this finger, we have to add two edge loops, two articulation points. Here for this also, uh, this if it needs, if you want to add three, we can add. Otherwise, we can stop with the two only. Only for this one, three bones are okay. But for other fingers, two articulation points are enough. Huh? We will try to accommodate, if possible. We can try to add more. That is three articulation points for this. But for this one and this, these two fingers, only two articulation points we can add. More than that, it's not needed, and it won't give a good result also, even if we add three articulation points. Right. So let me add it. Sorry. So this one I want to expand it in x-axis, uh, not uniform scaling. Uh, Press S and then X and then scale it only in x-axis slightly. And this one we have to, this end vertices we have to scale it down in uniform axis like this. Okay, fine. So here there will be a bulge actually that will do it. So for this finger also we have to add same way, like this. So I told you three articulation points: one, two, and three. Right. So this one, this the end one we can scale it down like this. So here we are going to add only one. If it needs, we'll see if we can add one more. But I feel even in the future we won't be able to add. It's very small. So let's, because it won't look good actually. If we add two or three articulation points, it won't look good. So I'm stopping with that. Let's add here also. Here also. Right. So now uh, we have to add the in-betweens here. That is, you can see the photo and do it actually. So here, I think you will not be able to see the photo. If you're seeing, if you're able to see, it's nice. So you can see the thumb finger below this second articulation point, or above the first articulation point, that this one, above this one. Here there will be a dent, it will be scaled down. So that position we have to bring here. So let me add one edge loop and then scale it down like this. Okay, fine. So I have scaled it down in uniform axis. Uniformly x, y, z all are scaled down, and I am going to add here double and scale it a bit up. Right, now let's look at the photo again. Okay, even more we can actually scale it up like this. I can scale it, but as per the space what we have here, it's we cannot accommodate it if we scale it bigger. So let's stop with this only. And here we have to create a curvature. It should not be so linear like this, sharply like this. Let it become a circular. So let it make it, and I have scaled it in uniform axis. Now here we can actually uh, bring these two edges downwards, so that as if we are trying to show there is some extra flesh, more additional flesh is there in this portion. So to show that we are doing like this. But the fact is, when the legs are keeping on the is in when it is keeping on the floor, the flesh will actually get pressed, and we will see the more uh, curvature on the top, from the top when you see. So here we need not do that actually. So you can just slightly, it can be from the top view, slight bulge is okay, and here also slightly protruding this forward vertex, bringing the vertex forward is, we can do that. Maybe you should not make it flat, as if it is flat on the floor contact with the floor like that, we need not do it. Right. So these two edges are for nails. So let's take it back to this. So this is the edge loop we are using for this additional flesh in the bottom part for the thumb, and on the top for the same thumb finger we are using the those two edges what you are seeing for the nail. huh? Right. Now this point we have to bring it forward. Let's go to top view and then bring it forward like this. Now it should not be sharp like this. So let's bevel it. Control B and then just to pull a bit and then open this uh, history settings, bevel settings, and switch on the vertices and add two is enough, and increase the shape or decrease the shape to make it circular. huh? And then increase the width very carefully. 0.0085 should do, I think. No, 0.01 should do. Okay, 0.04 4 is too much. 0.03, 0.025, right. 0.022. Okay, so like this we have to do. Then scale it flat. So press S and then Y, type 0 to make it flat. Now switch on the transparency and rotate it in the Z and keep it like this. Now pull it forward and then switch off the transparency and go to top view again and slightly like this. So bring this vertex slightly forward. Right. So these things we have to connect it to one, this to here, all that. So we will do that. Before that, we'll do the same thing what we have done for this thumb finger for other fingers also. Right. Actually, these faces has to can be scaled in the uh, Z axis. So I have scaled it down a bit so that this part will look a bit fleshy. And here also we have to add one more, or this one we can pull it down. Select this one and pull it down. Go to vertex and pull it down again. Right. Okay, this much is not needed. Now we can actually adjust this a bit however you want, like this, to make a gradient out of it. Also we can do that. Actually here if we have one more set of edges, it will be nicer. It will hold it here, and this part we can actually make a gradient. We will try to do that also. So for now we will go to the next finger and do the same thing for the next finger. Here I am duplicating, that is making those articulation points double, articulation edge loops double. and adding here for the squeezing like this kind of squeezing we have to do. For that we have to add here and then here also. So I'm going to scale it down with this. Now let's pull this one and then um, this here we can add one more edge loop and then make this extra flush or bulging, slight bulging. Scale this down a bit. Adjust it. Now we have to do the same thing here also, what we did for this one, revealing the vertex. Okay, we'll do it manually rather than adjusting the width here in the settings. We'll just make it circular in the settings, bevel settings, using this shape parameter. Then we'll do the scaling size of the circle here itself manually. Press yes and then uniform scaling a bit. Right. Now let's go to top view and then pull it outwards and then rotate it like this and so these edges we have to allocate it for nail. It's beginning of the nail portion. So I'm sliding it backwards. Right. Same thing for this finger also. It may look a bit primitive, the fingers, shape and all. If we did not worry about it, once we shade smooth and add more, and then when we tweak also, it will look alright. So we should not try to achieve the final shape here itself. While when we are working on the framework of every shape, every portion in the body, we should not try to achieve the final shape of the same. We should, with whatever vertices available, we should uh, try to achieve it, not too much. Whatever those vertices can cater, only that much we should uh, take the result from, not more than that. Right. So here we have added double. Here let's this one we can slightly make it bigger. And here I want to add one and shrink it. And here also I will add one. And as usual, this is for nail. So let's take it backward. And here downwards add the just create the bulge. So here also create the bulge. Right. Now, mm, these I told you these articulation points, double edges are there that we can actually scale down. Go to face mode and then scale in y-axis a bit. It need not be so protruding. Only in, let us scale in z-axis a bit like this. This also. So here also same thing we have to do. That is this articulation point from where from here bone from here from this pivot point from here to here bone comes, and from here to here one bone, from here to here another bone. So this place I'm actually scaling it in z axis with this scaling down. Right. Now let's do this thing here. It is bulging in the front portion of the finger. It will be switch towards this and increase the width a bit like this, maybe a bit more smaller. Right, is okay. Go to top view and then pull it forward, rotate it a bit if it needs. Right, this edge of this vertex also we have to bring it forward. Right. So if we now do the same for these fingers also, but it need not be so monotonous. Same thing we it may look like doing the repeating the same thing. So let's change a bit. That is, we are going to connect these things. So let me use the knife edge and then connect from here to here, here to here. In this case, we have two. So somewhere we have to compromise it. We have to connect with the same thing. Later, if it needs, we can add one more line. But anyway, it can stop with here only. If I'm going to start add one more line, that edge should end here only. Beyond this, I cannot take it. If I take it, these shapes may get spoiled and overcrowded of these edges may become look like. But for this also we have to connect. Right. So let's do the same thing for here also. Just these bulges on the for this finger and this finger also. Okay, we have done this. Now add in between edge loop, then scale it down, and here also. So this, as I told you, you have to scale it in, scale down in z-axis. So for this one, we have to apply the uh, beveling. Before that, let me scale it down this face slightly. Control B, beveling. What is the switch on? Shape. This little we can increase the width and then shape, make it circular. Okay, let's scale it directly without sort of typing in the width. Right. Let's go to top view, bring it forward, rotate it slightly like this. Okay. Again go to top view. Okay. Maybe slightly we can rotate it. This one. Okay, let's connect it. Here also same thing. Here in this case, well, it becomes actually slightly bigger. Even in this case, slightly bigger it can become, but it won't look good. In this case, we can actually make it bigger, and here one more we'll add and slide it backwards. Right. So here we have to bring it downwards. These faces we have to scale down in z-axis like this, slightly, not much. And as usual, for the last finger we are going to do the beveling. Control B, vertices, switch on the vertices and increase the width slightly. Yeah. Now make it circular as much as possible. Now move it a bit and then go to top view, bring it forward, rotate it in Z axis and slightly bring it again forward. Select only these vertices and then I feel in this shape little I can rotate it. It's connected. Before that I make it small. Right. So now if you see um, these fingers are looking separate, uh, looking aloof from this feet. Uh, so how to make it like gradually those fingers are actually dividing themselves and uh, originating from there and have grown to this extent. So by just go to side view and making these edges, these upper edges, little higher. Take it higher, then it will look automatically like what I said now. So it's a bit tedious to select them, but we have to do it. Right. So now I'm raising it higher. And this also we have to do the same for these edges also, slightly, not much. Right. So now you can see slightly it is gradually it is coming down. So for that effect we are doing this. Here it can bit one more come one more bit high. This way also. Now mm, let's check the bottom. Um, so these places actually we can scale it downwards. Well, shrink it in the x-axis. let's now focus on the nail. Uh, Nail part. I've switched on to the uh, vertices. I'm going. I have selected these two vertices and scaling it down, and I want to bring this bit backwards. So nail can be only this much. Just select it and see. Well, you can see the ratio. Maybe even more smaller. These small adjustment we have to do because before applying subdivision or shade smooth and all, no, it's better to uh, do these kind of surfacings, uh, leveling the surface and making it gradient or gradual. So this is okay. If you want, you can scale it in z-axis slightly, make it slightly flat, and even we can actually subdivide it and make these edges also come to make a curve. This we can do, but if you don't want to do it here, it will be like this only, minimal vertices. With minimal vertices, we should try to bring the framework here. So now we can see somewhat okay, it is nearing the shape of a nail. Right. Now, this side view also, and from the side view, we want to bring these selected vertices downwards. Yeah, I think this is okay. A few more, we can actually squeeze this. Yeah. So now you can see it's slowly looking like thumb. So the more we work on that, more we add edge loops. No? Here and all, if I add edge loops and make it curvature, then you will see that shape. No? So, but you don't have, whereas we should not try to improve the thumb alone and give so much detail to it. So, like details should be as same as in other parts of the body we have marked. So let's stop with this detail. Now maybe this one we can make it better. So now we are going to look at this nail. Right. So I think this much size for the nail is okay. You can just select it and see in all angles, and just decide whether it is okay or not. Okay, so here also this leveling we should do surface surfacing we have to do it. Press G and then Z. This also only in this place. Yeah? Right. So this way till so this nail size is okay, and even the flatness of the nail is okay. So let's go to the third finger. Do the same. So let's make it flat a bit from the side view or front view. Press S and then Z, make it flat, and right. I think it can become even more smaller, the nail size. This can be a little bit higher rather than or level, same level can be, need not be so low here. This one can be slightly higher. So these things, if we have time, we can make it rounded. Uh, so for now, we will not make it. That is enough. Even more rounded we can make it. Then maybe afterwards we can try to do that. Let's finish the overall uh, details. I'm going to scale down these four vertices and make a nail for the fourth finger. Press Z and then scale it flat, go to top and move it wherever you want. Right. Now let's level this one. Here also same thing. flattening, and then leveling. This one we have to pull it forward. So these connections also we have to do. Slightly, let's create the roundedness. That is overall shape, no? When we are making, more we try to, that is when we near the shape, no? What we are, what we have in the mind, more it becomes slow actually, because more details will be uh, more. There is some portions in the surface will try to relax it. Some portions will try to make it squeeze, shrink, all that. Like that, small details will be done. At that time, takes time. For small details, it will take more time actually. So, somewhat we have got the shape. With this one, we can scale it down. let's save this file, save incremental, and then let's switch to face mode and select all the faces and extrude it a bit. Extrude, escape, and then G, Z, slightly keep it like this. Right. Now we are going to scale it down, individual origins, local, and scale it down slightly. And again, G, Z, slightly move it upwards. Right. So that in UV, we will know clearly, okay, for this only I want to apply. And we'll have some edges also where we can, um, there is when the texture is going to be done, we can apply the gradient also. In our session, actually, we don't have such texturing. We'll be doing only the UV unwrapping and um, rigging. Modeling. Yeah. So if it needs, we can extend the classes for texturing because it's a big chapter. Many classes, many sessions will be needed for the textures. Maybe I will give you an intro for the texture. You can decide whether uh, once after this course is getting finished, I'll give you an intro for the texture. You can decide then. So now, uh, total roundedness, gradient on the gradient. Right. So here we have to add, as I told you, um, we can add a curvature here rather than just being flat here. We can add a curvature in the portion. So let's give some gap for the newly um, set of edges. New set of edges. This one also moving it like this. Both we should do top and bottom. Right. Go to bottom. Let's add the in between set of edges. For that, let's save it. Control Alt this. Here it is an edge is missing, I think. Okay, we have to fill it. Here also an edge is missing. So now you can see the added set of edges.
Wow.
Let's create um, the gaps with curved edges. So switch on the transparency and deselect the vertices in these parts. And let's take it back, these vertices like this. It's like as much as possible we have added this curvature. This one now we can correct it, move it leftwards, and this one also. Like how we is able to see the curvature here from here to here. Same way here also we can let's see here, here we have done it. So here also we should do it. You can even shrink it here. Here it has moved across, it should not be. So let's bring it back. Now these gaps, I'm scaling it in z-axis and checking whether it's going to work or not. So let's see the transform pivot point. Yeah, it's in median point. Now you can scale it and see. You can see these are the edges I have selected. Right. Now I'm going to scale in Z. Scale down. Okay. 0. Even this much is not needed. Slightly we have to scale plus. Now, little more from the top, we can make that gradient. The bottom portion can be flat, the top portion can be little bit bumpy, slightly. So this time let's select the phases and grow it. Okay, let's go to top view and use a rectangular selection or this selection, circle selection. Deselect unwanted faces and then only then we have to change, modify it. Right. Go to side view, press G. Before that, switch on the proportion editing 0 and then press G, Z. Uh, Reduce the size of the. Here I am reducing the size of the influencer. Right. So now so let's see overall how it is looking. If it whether it needs that is the entire the feet ratio, is it okay or should we scale it down or scale it bigger, that we are going to see. So in the clip and in the side tab I'm typing the default value to 1000. Now let's okay, I feel it's slightly bigger, so let's make it this. In side view, also we have to make it smaller because it's lady. We have to make it smaller. Otherwise, for this leg it's okay. Because it's lady, we have to make it smaller. Let's select them. from here we can actually scale. I'm using the 3D cursor and just keeping it in the edge or corner inside from inside. So let's now scale it down. Before that, let's save it. Switch to 3D cursor and let's scale it down. To be a bit careful while doing the scaling. So see, this only we are going to judge. This one is a yellow color something. So we can see the right leg is bit, uh, it has become small. Even more, it can become small. But not more than this. Now let's make it slightly, that is reduce the wideness also. Press yes and then X slightly. Now we have to um, shape, we have to slightly change it. Let's select these some things and then till here. Yes, and then one. Let's switch to user ornaments and then move it. Right. So little we have made it small. Here also we have to do the same. You're just resetting the disturbance made by the scaling of food. We have done it a bit like bony. The feet is a bit bony. But thing is, once you apply the multi-resolution, it becomes so soft. So there it gets compensated. You don't have to worry about this bony things here, here, and this flatness, all that. It's going to become soft once you apply the multi-resolution. And we can use the sculpt also if it needs more softness and roundedness. So I think we have achieved somewhat the leg feet ratio for a female how it will look actually. Um, this one also we have done the nails. Right. Let's save this one. So the next thing is for this model is the head. Uh, So I will show you the stages of how we will be doing the modeling for the head. And in the next session, we can do the head modeling. We can start doing the head modeling. I will show the stages in that. So far what we did is that is to um, we raised this top portion of the feet to bring this gradual lowering and uh, which leads to the fingers, and then we what we did is we scaled it down this feet to match the ladies feet ratio compared to the other parts of her body. So that one thing we did. So you can see that the feet has become small. And what I was telling is that it may look bony a bit, but we need not worry about it. Once we apply the multi-resolution modifier, it's going to become rounded and smooth, soft, all that. So we need not worry about the bone protruding effects here inside and outside on, here and there everywhere. So that is one thing I was telling right now. I'm going to show you the the what's going to be taught in the next session. That is modeling a head. So limbs we have done, upper limbs and lower limbs, torso also done. Now what is remaining is neck and the head. So for the neck, I'll show you the stages uh, in the form of images, which we'll be doing in the next session. So you can see that, see, this is a um, side view of the head. So how we'll be doing it? Yeah, how we'll be doing is we'll be doing it separate actually. How you know? I will show you in the yeah, another. I will open the another blender and show you. Yeah. So you can see this one. So it is separate. Like this only we are going to do. It's in the that is it's not fully finished. So we have to make many changes in this. That is sculpting and all we will be using. So like this only we will be. Okay, okay. Let me. Okay, I have to share it. I think. Yeah. So this is how we'll be making from. Yeah, yeah. From one second. So now you should be able to see the head. I think. Okay. So like this only we'll be doing. That is from the body we will take the edge like this, select the edges and then shift to duplicate it, press P and then separate it and then hide the body, and from here we'll be extruding it uh, like this. So this is how we'll be building the face. Then we'll be adding more number of vertices, organizing the mesh flow, edges flow, all that. Then we will use the knife edges to draw the eyes, eyebrows, and uh, we'll extrude the nose shape, a basic shape of the nose, and then we'll draw the outline of the lips on the face. Then from there again extrude it and then make the skull shape, that is on the uh, chin part near the nose, below the eyes, and then below the eyebrows, all that. Then we'll make the hole for the eyes also. Like that, step by step, we'll be going um, like that. Huh? So this is way, and then finally we'll merge the head and the torso. Uh, so that's the way we'll be doing. So it's a bit actually the face modeling may have many sessions. I think it will go in the beginning. It'll fastly it may pick up, but slowly when it goes deeper and deeper, when we are going for details, we'll be doing sculpting, rotating, orbiting the camera, turning the camera, and doing the sculpting here and there. All that we'll be doing. It's like uh, not easily defined, describable. So that, that's how the class will be going for the face mounting. So yeah. The beginning of those face model will have proper steps. The more we go deeper, and when we go for sculpting the indescribable degrees of edges, turning edges, um, we can see okay it's coming correct. This is the way it should be. Like that, we will feel it, but we cannot tell it. We cannot describe it. So those beginning stages where we can, it's going to be describable. Those descriptions, if we are keeping in mind, then the rest of the things we'll be doing intuitionally for anyone also. So it's not a big deal. Only thing, it will take time. Many sessions it may take, like that. So yeah. So now, if you have any questions or anything, no, you can ask me. sorry, sorry. Okay. Yeah. I saw that. Yeah. Ah. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. It is thighs and lower leg you have done. Uh huh. Okay. So if you are okay, if you feel like you can send me, then you can send me that file also. Let us see, and I will also send this file, so that no, you can just open and keep it in one blender, and then in your blender you can just uh, do it, practice it, same portions of the body. Yeah, like that you can do. So okay, Sashi. So next session when we can have, same Saturday, Sunday, or how? Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, like that. Okay. So you can tell me that day, because I may be traveling. So you or you can message me tomorrow, like that. You can message me. So yeah. So if it is Saturday, Sunday also, it's okay for me. Huh? That is next Saturday, Sunday also. It's Saturday, Sunday, no? Okay. Okay. In between, no, any doubts you have, just you can message me. Uh, yeah. Any doubts you have, message. Yeah. Okay. So tomorrow you must be having office, I think. You will have to go. Okay. So you're working as what? What designation? May I know that? Investigating officer. Okay. In what? It's a government department. Government. Tata Motors. Yeah. So in that we you have investigation also. There is product investigation we are talking about. Uh-huh. Right. Security. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay, Shashi. Nice to know that you are in such uh, high grade position, very important position in the company. So, okay. So next week or before that, if you have any doubts, you can message me. I'll send you this file and the YouTube link by tomorrow morning or something. Okay. Okay, Sachin. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. Good night.